Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 92 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. Okay, so let's get straight into explaining exactly what the mechanics are and how this mode works. Alright, so on the right side of the screen you can see the class goal is to make the Monokuma Casanova, and then you just have some imagery that they've designed, and you have 1 day to do it. Now, in terms of the days, when we make the next thing, it's going to give us, I think, 5 days, and then the ones after that will all have about 7 or 8 days, I think. So the options on the left say set tasks, construct, personal effects, and e-handbook. Can't access the e-handbook at this stage for whatever reason, and we can't access personal effects for whatever reason. Set tasks we also can't access. We have to go into construct. So it says select construct and let's make a Monokuma Casanova. So press X on construct. So you can see here, we need the following items. We need a Greek statue, which we don't have at this point. We need 2 bags of screws, 2 wrenches, and at least 5 chisels. We have 7 altogether. Now, in order to get the Greek statue, we need to make the Greek statue. So if we go into tools, you can see these are a bunch of items that we can make, but none of them are the Greek statue. Don't worry about what they actually do at this point. These are just items that we're going to make later. Right now we need to make the Greek statue. Consumables, these are also items that we're going to make later. But still not Greek statues. In here, processed goods, you can see these are all the different items we can make. Greek statues with the one we want, and it's going to take up a marble slab, 3 aluminium cans, and 2 chisels. So let's construct this. And it just says a handy construction material. That's what it says for all of them. So these materials here, these processed goods, are what we're going to use to, with the regular items as well, to create the Monokuma backups for Monokuma. So make that Greek statue. Now we go back to goal, and you can see now that we have the Greek statue, we can actually construct the Monokuma Casanova. Even the latest Parisian models pale at my balanced body. So let's construct that, and now let's continue. A Casanova is supposed to be good looking, right? Is this good looking? So you can see on there, very like kind of dated pixel art. Especially when it's blown up on the big screen. It looks a bit crappy, but oh well. It's all kind of a joke for this, but I mean, it still looks alright. I think I get what they were going for there. Subjective opinions aside, you created the backup and completed the assignment. So, let me give you some tickets. You received 5 trip tickets. I'll explain what those are later. I'll explain how they work later. No, I'll explain how they work later. So make sure not to throw them away. So, now do you get how to do it? How's his voice again? If this is all there is to it, this is gonna be a breeze. I can't get his voice. Indeed, I'm sure we can handle this. Even if we don't get it right the first time, with enough practice, I'm sure we'll get the hang of it and figure everything out. You seem pretty confident. Maybe I spoiled you a little too much.
What are you gonna do?
But there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just so sweet and kind and sincere.
Well?
So, now you're ready to gather your own materials, right? You can handle that much, right?
Yes, indeed.
Well, even if you decide you can't, I'm not going to help you anymore.
Okay.
We don't need your help. We're all going to work hard and do our best and make your stupid backups and get out of here.
You're getting all riled up.
I'm glad to see you getting all fired up, but don't overwork yourself or I'll be the one who ends up taking care of you. Take plenty of breaks, drink lots of fluid, promise me you'll be safe, and make your teacher proud.
Oh.
You don't have to remind us. We have no desire for you to take care of us.
It's true.
Also, make sure you keep everything clean. If you can't do it yourselves, I'll make you do it.
Yes, indeed.
This is where you live, right? You need to put in the effort to make it to keep it nice and tidy. What a pain in the ass. Well, to be fair, cleaning is part of a normal school life.
Now then.
Okay, your next project review is coming up. Okay, so the next concept is... the same thing! Do it right this time! Alright, here we go. Finally, we get to actually get into the meat and potatoes of this mode. Alright, so we looked at the construct menu before. Let's go back in there just so we can get an idea. So he wants us to make the same thing. So we're going to need all those items, including the Greek statue. Now the Greek statue needs marble slabs, aluminium cans. Actually, that's aluminum. Aluminum. I thought aluminium had an extra I in it after that N. Oh well, whatever. There's always been a contentious thing where is it aluminum or aluminium? We say aluminium in Australia. I think Americans say aluminum. whatever. Anyway, you need those items in order to make the Greek statue, and then once you get the Greek statue, you get all those other items, and then you can make the Monokuma Casanova. Now you have 5 days to do it, and I'm going to explain how days work as well. Personal effects. So let's look here. Inspect and use items you've obtained. So at the moment, you can see that all the consumables are gone. You can see the goal is here. You can't really use the goal at all. Yeah, you can't use goals, you can't use tools, you can't use processed goods, and you can't use raw materials. But this is just where like they kind of list everything. So you can see we passed up some of that stuff there. And finally, you've got consumables. Consumables will be useful, and we're going to try and use them. But at the moment, we don't have any. You can also see on the right side of the screen that the members of Hope's Peak Academy are separated into boys and girls. And I love how they've done Chihiro at the very, very bottom of the boys list on the left there to kind of let you know, he's technically a boy. And he's also kind of like, in a way, if you were to continue the list and it didn't start on the right there, it would go, like it kind of goes down, Chihiro and then Sakura. So he's kind of in between boy and girl because he's a cross-dresser, I guess. And notably, I was going to say notably, what's her name? Mukuro is not there, but technically Junko is Mukuro, so yeah, work that one out. E-handbook just allows you to access the e-handbook. We can see a whole bunch of coins that I got there, all of the presents that we have still, which, yep, all down here, except for these ones. These ones we're going to get in this mode. And we can see, most importantly, our report card. We will definitely need to be looking at our report card. And then you can save and load using system, as well as the other options that we've been accessing before. All right, time to set tasks. So this is how the days are going to pass. We're going to set tasks, and we're going to get items in order to make the different Monokuma backups. So assign chores to each character. So let's press X here. Whoa, that is a big screen. All right, activities. Each person can engage in one of 3 activities each day. Collect. Go to one of 10 locations to search for materials. Each location will have its own unique materials for you to collect. And then you can see a picture of Makoto using a pickaxe to like find, oh, pickaxe. I wonder if that's a reference to that main game where Byakuya told Togo to get a pickaxe. Anyway, he's using a pickaxe to try and find items. Clean. Raise your level of cleanliness. If this reaches 0, you will receive a penalty. I actually can't remember what the penalty is for not cleaning. I'm pretty sure it's actually quite bad. So you want to maintain that. You want to stay on top of that. And rest. Take a break to restore HP, which decreases whenever you collect or clean. So every day, all the characters are going to either collect or clean. And eventually they're going to run out of HP, or they're going to get lower and lower on HP. And the lower on HP they get, the more chance they have to like faint. Fainting is really bad because it takes 3 days to recover. But if you rest them, they can recover in 1 day. So make sure to keep an eye on that. Character stats. Each person has 3 stats. HP. A person's physical condition. If this reaches 0, they won't be able to act for 3 days. There you go. So keep a close eye on this. So you have, it's actually supposed to be saying extra large or whatever there, but yeah, I don't know why it says extra large, but anyway, extra large, large, medium, small, and then 0, dead. So definitely you don't want to get down to 0. Small, or the blue one is fine, and then the other 3 are great. Well, medium is less great, but whatever. The other 2 are fine. Collection level determines how efficient the person is at collecting. This will increase as you collect. The max level is 9. And then finally, your cleaning level is exactly the same thing, but for cleaning, and the max level for that is also 9. Controls. So left and right to select the activity, and square to rest. Square just like takes you to the rest option when you're hovering over each specific character. Use up and down to select the characters. L1 and R1 to select boys and girls. Triangle to begin the activities, and the options button to show the help screen. Okay, so now we're done with that. Here's our menu. So if you look on the left side of the screen, you see Makoto, Taka, Byakuya, all the boys. Yeah, the boys. And you see their HP and collection and cleaning level, followed by the rest icon in the set tasks kind of column there. So let's say we want Makoto to go collect some bags of screws. So we're going to put him in the classroom here. And if we were just to do that, everyone would rest and Makoto would collect a bag of screws. So you press triangle, and that's what would happen. Well, he'd go collect items from, sorry, he'd collect items, potential materials, as you can see there in the middle of the screen, from the classroom, and he would be able to collect the bag of screws from that, which is what we need. So that's a good thing to do. Everyone has a level 3 or a level 2 cleaning and collection ability right at this stage. So we're not going to be able to collect too much, but that's just something to note. What else? So you can also see that at the classroom, if he accesses the classroom and collects there, his HP is going to go down by one, not by one level, but he's going to lose HP at like the bare minimum HP that he's going to lose. If he was to clean in the kitchen or the library, collect in the kitchen or the library, that would be exactly the same thing. As soon as he moves to the physics lab, his HP is going to go down by 2. Now that's not 2 stages. So for example, if he went here, he's not going to go to that yellow, which one is it? That yellow M medium state. He's just going to lower in HP, or at least it's not going to guarantee. There's kind of like a bit of randomness when it comes to that. So the physics lab, the art room, and the nurse's office all reduced by 2. And then if he was to search either the garden, the data center, the music room, or the gym, his HP would go down by 3. And resting pretty much brings his HP back to maximum. You cannot increase your HP to the that extra large sort of purple pink mode there by resting. You have to get that using items and different things. So that's that. Now, the other thing to note is that whatever item is on the top, like on the top of the list of potential materials, that's going to be the item that you have a higher chance of finding. So the one at the bottom that is in question marks, that's going to be the lowest chance to find that item. And there are various percentages probably related to it. I don't know if there's actually a way to work out like what percentage it would be to find that stuff, but let's just say that the items at the top of the list have the highest chance of being found, and the items at the bottom of the list have the lowest chance of being found. You'll also notice that, for example, the bag of screws there in the classroom, I believe... Okay, bag of screws is a bad example. Let's use the aluminum can or the aluminium can. The aluminium can, if you're getting it from the kitchen, it's actually one of the hardest items to find in the kitchen. But if you go to the data center, it's the easiest item to find in the data center. The trade-off is that you have to lose a ton of HP to get that, versus only a 1 level HP to potentially get that. And I think that's pretty much the gist of it. The other thing is that the game tells you what your objective is. So right now your objective is to get bags of screws, aluminium cans, wrenches, chisels, marble slabs, and more aluminium cans. So that's what you want to do. So let's start with that. Let's see how much we need. And you kind of have to, like, sometimes you have to, can take a while to get used to. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because I sort of know, well, I'll get back into the groove of things once we actually do some. But I know for the most part, like, what we need. So for example, the aluminium can that appears in those 2 places, let's figure out how many we actually need. We need 3 to get the Greek statue, and that's it. So we may as well send maybe like 3 students to the data center so that we can have a chance of getting that. In fact, let's send Leon as well because he's on level 3 for that. Let's put Taka back towards the classroom. Let's get Mondo in the classroom as well. Hifumi in the classroom. And what else do we need? Chisels. We need a lot of chisels. So let's put about, like, I don't know, 5 people in the art room, I'd say. So 5 people in the art room. So there's 3 in the data center, 3 in the classroom, 5 in the art room because we need more chisels. We need about 7. And then everyone else can go into the... Yeah, everyone else can go into the physics lab. I think that's what we should do. All right, so you'll notice that currently our cleaning level is at maximum. And I haven't put anyone on cleaning. The reason for this is during the first day, because everything is clean, having anyone clean is basically useless because it's not going to affect your, it's not going to increase that bar. What's going to happen is after the first day goes by, that bar is going to lower, and then you're going to need to clean to refill that bar. I think this is a pretty good setup. We've got 3 people in data center. 3 people in the classroom and 5 people in the art room and 4 people in the physics lab. And that is a good spread of people that we need in those different areas to get the items that we need to make the Monokuma statue. Now, last thing before we actually start, and that is that the amount we're going to get probably, I think they're like five or six tasks that he's going to give us, or goals. The game actually tells you after you complete the first one, I think it is, that it is possible to complete all of them on your first playthrough, but it is extremely challenging. And the reason for that is because your levels are so low. So for example, we don't have anything above 3 at the moment. And that means that our chances of finding items are going to be like really, really low. We're going to find very few items here, but let's see what we can find. Let's see how lucky we get. There's a lot of randomness to it. But this is a great start. I think this is pretty much the best start that you can have. So here we go. Begin. Yes. So everyone's going to do their thing here, and you're going to see the items that we get. I'm not going to fast forward yet. Okay, so straight away, okay, we got a chisel. Wow, electronic table's pretty rare. Aluminium can, bag of screws, 2 aluminium cans, more chisels. Yes, 3. Oh, he's almost there. All right, aluminium can is done. Bag of screws might be done. Chisels, I think I need like 4 more, and we got 1 wrench. So that wasn't great, but it's fine. And you can see the cleaning level at the top also. It's still full. It will go down in a moment. So let's press X to go here. Pooh, it looks like you're really working hard.
Well now.
Well, right now it's time for free time. Do whatever you want. Even a strange, childish little boy like you might stumble on some bittersweet love if you're lucky.
Uh-huh.
You can also use the trip tickets I gave you to go adventuring with your friends. Although spending all this time building your friendships and deepening your bonds,
Hey,
it might just make things that much harder later on, you know? Alright, cool. So we get a bit of free time. Alright, so here's the game telling us what to do. I know you're busy having fun and all, but do you have a second? Monokuma touched on it just now, but at this point you can now spend time with whoever you like. However, as these scenes play out, you'll notice they're exactly the same as in the main game. So you might notice people talking about having to kill each other. I know that seems strange, but this is school mode after all. It's a bonus, an addition to the main story. So please keep that in mind and try not to judge us too harshly. Anyway, take your time to explore and enjoy. So the only reason they're saying that is just to let the player know that obviously they made the main game, which is phenomenal. And then in order to do this bonus mode, they didn't want to create kind of like different conversations between the characters because they still want to relate it to, you know, what the characters are talking about and who they are as real people in the main game. And then, you know, create a whole bunch of different free time events with 15 different characters, like the amount of work that would be. And then you'd also have like 2 different personalities for the same character. So they just said, let's do exactly the same conversations as in the main game and just put them in the post game, and that'll be that. And then they just said, like, you know, please, that's how we decided to go about it. All right, what would you like to do? So let's go meet with someone. So this is a free time event. Who should I talk to? So this is like free time, like in the main game. Now, the trip tickets. Basically ignore the trip tickets for right now. We're pretty much not going to use any of them in this first playthrough. What we're going to do is we're actually going to work on completing everyone's report card before we go anywhere. So who was close? Celeste was pretty close. I think I hung out with Hina a few times. Yeah, let's go hang out with Hina a bit more. I should have probably had my thing open in case she asked me a question, but I think we're fine. So go talk with Hina. Everyone's around here, by the way. What would you like to do with Hina? Well, okay, I'm not going to answer that. Well, I'll answer it with the options I'm given. Let's see. So, yeah, don't use a trip ticket. Just ignore this option completely for this whole first playthrough. We're going to spend time together. That's what we're going to do. Alright, hopefully we got enough time to get through this.
Yeah.
You want to go for a run to release some of this stress? Hina and I went for a light run through the school. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? Yes, definitely. What would you like to give her? Alright, let's give her one of her favorite things, what's the first thing that she likes? Donuts! Let's give her a donut. What? I can keep this, right? Right? Yay! Ultra stoked. Seeing Hina so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy. So hungry.
Please.
I just gave you a donut. Actually, I gave you flotation donuts. Makoto, help me. I'm hungry. What am I supposed to do? I need food. Anything. I don't care if it's a stack of paper. Need food. Why don't you just eat some more donuts?
Just a second.
I can't. That's my secret weapon, for emergencies only. If I kept gorging on something with that many calories, I'd get fat in no time. So even she cares about that kind of thing. Well, she is an athlete.
But
Besides, I don't want anything sugary. Right now, I want a salty snack. Like potato chips? Like ramen. How is that a snack?
you got it all
Isn't
wrong.
it? Huh? How is it not? Speaking of which, what's your favorite kind of ramen? Shoyu, without a doubt.
You got it.
Ah, good choice. Definitely the most refreshing option. What about you, Hina? You're worried about calories and also...
Okay.
I'm a pork-tastic tonkotsu girl through and through. Or you don't care about calories at all. The key element of any tonkotsu ramen is the butter and the extra fat. So you're okay with all that oil? Talking about it just made me even hungrier. Maybe it's time. Maybe I can make it to the dining hall. Are you sure though? I mean, a bowl of ramen has way more calories than a donut.
What is this?
Who says stuff like that? Are you a real man or aren't you? What, are you afraid? Afraid of ramen? You're pathetic, Makoto. I'm ashamed to know you. Are you still Hina?
Just a second.
Shut up. Get out of my way. I'm going to show you what a real man looks like. Or are you going to stand in my way and suffer the fist-based consequences? No, I have no intention of getting in your way.
Okay.
Then don't. If I don't do this now, when am I ever going to get another chance? Crying out like a starving raven, Hina ran off at a dangerous clip towards the kitchen. Clip. When it comes to food, Hina is terrifying. Hina's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. You just unlocked the skill, Extraordinary Focus. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it. So yeah, we get a skill for use in the trials. We don't have to do any more trials, but that's just how it works. I learned my lesson and made my way back to my room. Okay, so that's it for the first day. Or second day, or whatever it is. Here we go.
This is a school announcement.
It is now officially nighttime. Get plenty of rest and get ready to work hard again tomorrow.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Okay, I'll probably be skipping that a lot more this time. Alright, so there you can see our cleaning level went down about, what was that, like 25% or something? Alright, so I'm going to leave it there because that was a lot of information in the first go. We also managed to get another thingo with Hina. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we only have to hang out with her 2 more times. And we'll be done with that. And then yeah, we'll just continue from there. I'll keep explaining things as we go, and it'll get progressively faster and faster to get through. But for now, I do want to thank you all for watching episode 92 of Let's Play Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.